Hello again. We're on day 2 of our reflections on the word encounter, which I've called Lessons from Mount Horeb. And today we're looking at Elijah from 1 Kings 19. In chapter 18, Elijah had defeated the prophets of Baal on Mount Carmel. I'm sure you know the story, how there were 2 altars, each with a bull on it to be sacrificed. And Elijah's challenge was to discover who was the true God. The God who answers by fire, he says. He is God. Despite many hours of trying on the part of Baal's prophets, some 450 of them, verse 29 in chapter 18 very tellingly says that there was no response, no one answered, no one paid attention. But as soon as Elijah called on his God, the fire fell and consumed everything. What a victory! What a triumph! What a powerful God! Who could stand against Elijah? Yet in the very next chapter, we find Elijah fleeing for his life, depressed and wanting to end his life. All because Ahab the king had told his evil wife Jezebel what had happened, and she had threatened to kill Elijah. Elijah had come down from the mountain into the depths of the valley of despair. After a short time of rest in Beersheba, he travels 40 days and 40 nights under God's instructions to Mount Horeb, described, as I said yesterday in both passages, as the mountain of God. He was exhausted physically, emotionally, spiritually. I wonder if you've ever felt like that. Elijah needed to encounter God afresh, to get a new and a proper perspective on the situation, and to experience God's healing and comfort. And for him, as it was for Moses yesterday, Horeb was the mountain of encounter. Notice how Elijah had lost sight of the true picture. Both on Mount Carmel and now at Horeb, he complains that I'm the only one left. It's all down to me. There's no one else. And it's all too much. And God has to correct him, saying that in fact there are 7,000 who haven't bowed the knee to Baal. And we too can sometimes lose sight of the whole picture, thinking that it's all down to me, when in fact there are others. In fact, it's a mistake to think that we can do God's work alone. We need each other to stand alongside, to encourage and enrich our lives, and to share in the work together. In Elijah's case, after this experience, he was directed to Elisha, who was to succeed him. He was told to go back to Damascus and anoint Elisha, and the 2 of them were inseparable until Elijah was taken up into heaven. But Elijah needed most of all to encounter God afresh, to hear from him with words of reassurance and fresh commission. And it wasn't in the spectacular. God didn't choose to reveal himself in the fire or the earthquake or the wind, but in the gentle whisper. And you know, to hear a whisper, you have to be still. Yes, it's great when wonderful things happen, perhaps a miracle of healing, or a word of prophecy, or some other sign or wonder. But we can't live on the occasional spiritual high. We need a daily walk, a daily encounter with Jesus. And that means stopping and listening for that still small voice, that gentle whisper that assures us of his intimate presence day by day. I know I'm not very good at that and have so much to learn. But we can be so busy in our Christian lives and service that we fail to stop and allow God to minister to us. As Psalm 46 says, "Be still and know that I am God." So let me leave you with these two questions. First of all, are you trying to serve God alone in your own strength, thinking that it all depends on you? Or do you recognize that you have others to stand with you, to love you, to encourage you, and to speak truth to you? And then secondly, are you too busy to hear from God? If so, what might you do to help you to be still, to be ready and open to hear that gentle whisper from the Lord that can set you on your way with fresh vision and understanding? Thank you for listening. May God bless you and make his ways known to you for his glory.